Hi, this is Chris Butterworth, and today we're going to talk about a success story that I had recently. Sometimes it's nice to see success and talk about how we got to where we are. Look back at where we came from. But first, this is the Healthy Butter channel. Today we are talking about, or on this channel we talk about things that can make us better longer. How can we keep our mobility, our flexibility, our youthful abilities as we get older? Aging is tough, and we want to remain young as long as possible. Personally, I've overcome some injuries, and I feel way better today than I did a few years back. So I want to share that. We also try to take all the information that's out there on the internet, thousands of hours of YouTube videos, and we want to turn them into useful information. What can you do in a half hour today to make yourself better? So we'll talk about those programs. But let's talk about a success story today. A couple weeks ago, I was doing a workout. I was in the middle of a workout, heavy clubs, and here's a 15-pound club. This is an AddX adjustable club. And a friend came over, middle of my workout. I don't usually work out in front of people, a little uncomfortable, but there we were. So I'm doing club exercises, I'm doing mills, reverse mills, whatever it is. My routine with a club is I generally go about 20 minutes. I'm working my way up to 25 minutes, but right now I'm doing 20. So I do the first half of my workout with a 15-pound club. And then it gets too heavy, so I pick it up, or I set it down and I pick up a 12.5-pound club. And I finish the workout, whatever it might be, and I work out with a 12.5 for the rest of it. And the way I do it is each workout, I add 1 minute to the 15-pound and take 1 minute off the 12.5. So slowly over time, I'm doing more and more weight. Eventually, I'll do a whole workout with 15, and then I'll start adding some 17.5. Anyway, I finished my workout. My friend says, "What the heck are you doing?" He's incredulous. What are these things? And that can't possibly be a workout. So we start talking about it. And we talk about clubs, and we talk about the history, and we talk about functional, rotational, strength, shoulders, how much better this makes you feel. There's nothing you do at the gym where you are rotating your body this much, even if you do two-handed circles, inside circles, outside circles, two-handed shield cast. You're working your shoulders in ways that don't normally get worked. It's more natural movement. You're working your body in a functional method. A lot of rotational there, and it gets heavy. It's a real workout. So anyway, I convinced him to pick one up. He's picking up the 12.5 while I'm holding the 15. My friend's a big guy. He's a lot bigger than I am. He's the kind of guy that when he's walking down the street, nobody's gonna mess with him. So anyway, he picks up this club and can't hold it. He's all over the place. He's walking around the room trying to catch his balance with it, kind of gets it under control. And I try to explain to him a circle. We're just gonna move to the side, rotate it up, down, come back up, and catch it. And that was a monumental effort for him to do. He's spinning all over the place. I thought he was going to take out his knees. I told him, please drop it before you hit your knees. We went to left hand, and he just couldn't do it. He could not hold it with his left hand. Meanwhile, I'm doing the 15-pound, and I'm going all the way over, all the way around. And then we talked. Do you want to go over your shoulder? Do you want to try to do a pullover? There's no way we're going to have him do a shield cast or anything like that. He wasn't ready for it, but he had no interest. This is not going over his head. And this is 12.5 pounds, right? Like if you went to the gym and picked up a dumbbell, you're probably picking up a 30 or a 40-pound dumbbell. My size, I'm probably picking up a 25-pound dumbbell. So this is half the weight. It was interesting, right? And so I think back to where I started. Where I started was I tried to go 12.5. I think I tried to go 15 pounds and I couldn't lift it. I went to 12.5 pounds and I was all over the place like that. I went to 10 pounds and I could do a workout right-handed but not left-handed. My left hand wasn't coordinated. So I ended up going all the way down to 7.5 pounds. It was just one, I think the club itself is 5 pounds. So I had one little weight here, 7.5 pounds. And I did my workout with that for a couple months, right? And then eventually I was able to move up to a 10 pound and then to a 12.5 pound. Then I increased my I think I got up to a 15 pound. Then I increased my exercise regimen and I had to go back down because instead of doing shorter sets, I was doing longer sets. So I had to go back down to 10 pounds. Then I went to 12.5. Then I went, here's where I am now with part 15, part 12.5. So to think that I used to be able to do really short sets only with a 7.5, today I'm up to 10, 11, 12 minutes with a 15. And then I go back down to 12.5 for the rest of the program. And you look at somebody that was significantly stronger than me that would have struggled with that workout, couldn't do it today. So granted, I'm going to put this down. Granted, I'm 2 years into this program, but that's where we want to be. This is a long-term program. This is a rest of your life kind of thing. Kettlebells, club, mace, functional movement, some groundwork, hip stretches, flexibility. We want to be in our 50s, 60s, 70s and be pain-free, right? We want our body to work the way that it was designed. When you think about clubs, how many people in the population have even heard of them, heavy clubs? If you go to the gym and talk about it, 5% at most, maybe 1 out of 20 people in the gym would have even heard of them. Nobody is doing this. So it doesn't matter what weight you start with. If you start with 7.5 pounds, if you start with 10 pounds, you are in the 5% of the population because most people aren't doing this. Most people are getting shoulders that are pulled forward from sitting at a desk all day. You're not getting good movement. You're not getting stretched. You're not getting rotational core work. Get a kettlebell, get a club, practice this week after week for the rest of your life. Look forward to many successes. That's all I have on this topic. I wanted to share my success story with you. Again, I'm 2 years in. I'm starting my 3rd year in on club, and it's nice to look back and see some improvement over time. We'll see what happens over the next couple of years. Reminder, this is a one-take video, so I'm going to hit stop and we're going to upload this right to YouTube. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a great day. Go get better.